What's up, you guys? I wanted to do a pretty quick video on manifesting with the moon, why you want to do this, how it can benefit you, and what you want to do at different stages of the moon cycle to get what you want. So welcome to my channel. This is Hippie Chick. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Thank you so much for my dope-ass boss. If you're watching this, she just did my hair today, and I'm feeling fine. If you see that my hands are purple, yes, they are. I did a purple I'm a cosmetologist. I did a purple shampoo on, she colored my hair, and then I did my extensions. So, yeah, your girl's hands are blue, or purple. So, but anyway, so manifesting with the moon. So this is, I believe, to be the most powerful way to manifest or use the law of attraction or however it is that you manifest. The reason I say this is because the moon, we are made up of 70% water, maybe a little more than that, in our bodies, right? And the moon controls the ocean tides. It has a gravitational pull on all of us. So the fact that we are 70% water, manifesting with the moon is going to be major. Like, that is, we're not 70% fire, we're not 70% earth. Like, we are mostly water, and that is why manifesting with the moon is so effective, or at least one of the reasons why. So also too, there are 8 phases of the moon. It goes from new moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, when it's a full circle. Then the moon decreases in size. So then it goes from a full moon to a waning gibbous, third quarter, waning crescent, and then back to the new moon. And all this happens over about a 30-day span. And each month the moon will change, like the new moon, what sign it's in, and all these things. If you want, I have an app on my phone. I think it's just called Moon. You can do like the pro version or not. And it literally will tell you every stage of the moon at the exact time of day, the percentage of fullness that the moon is, what sign it's in, all these crazy different things, some things that I don't even know about yet that I need to study and research, but super cool, super easy. So if you're like, well, I don't know when the full moon's going to be, so I can do this, or when the new moon's going to be, so I can do that. So yeah, download the app, you're good to go. Super simple, and it's free, or you can do the pro version. I think it's like $3. I am not sponsored by them, but they're awesome. But yeah, so basically based on the moon phase, that is going to dictate what you want to focus on manifesting at that time. So the new moon, this is when we are setting intentions. We are, it's new beginnings. We are planting seeds, figuratively or literally. I mean, whatever floats your boat. That planting actual seeds in a garden would be a great thing to do on the new moon. But yeah, this is when the moon it looks like it's blank in the sky, basically, or you don't see it. Yes, and so this is a great time to start any new project, start a workout routine, I said this in one of my last videos too, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, I'm not like super big fans of theirs, but I do like some of the mentalities that they have. And Kanye, in some documentary I watched, was talking about how they only use certain words because, of course, what we speak, what we think, manifests. So they only, and I try to focus very much so on the words that I use, the phrases that I use. It matters. You'll notice a huge difference in your life if you start becoming more aware of that. But long story short, they, instead of saying diet, they say live it. And it's just like, yeah, like you don't want to be manifesting death. Like, I know that's kind of like, I might be going a little way out there for some of you guys, but you know, just something, food for thought, something to keep in mind. So anyway, if you want to start a live it or a diet, whatever, great thing to start in the new moon, starting a new business, Even starting a new relationship. I mean, you can't always plan those things. And like, honestly, I think it's better to go with the flow than to plan that. But if you so happen to go on a first date or something or meet somebody around the new moon, that's kind of like, I don't know, I would take that as a sign from the universe or fate or destiny. Hey, like, it's just good timing. It's a good sign. So good omen, if you will. So yeah. And then, so basically, as the moon is building up to a full moon, you want to be refocusing on these intentions. If you're needing to make any adjustments, like you feel like something's not working for you, like, so for example, if you did a workout routine and started on the new moon and you were like, I'm gonna do Pilates, and then you start doing Pilates and you're like, this is not for me, and then you switch to yoga and you're like, this is for me, then it's something like that, like making adjustments but still sticking to the original plan, right? So yeah, so as we're building from the new moon all the way to the full moon, that's gonna be 2 weeks of time, 14 days. So yeah, you're making adjustments, you're maintaining your focus. As you get closer to the full moon, we are building, like our manifestations are building in strength and power and in abundance, because the full moon is when we harvest. That's when we reap the rewards for all of our hard work on whatever projects we've been working on. So yeah, the new moon too is a great time to set goals. And then while we're building towards the full moon, even writing them down too is like a great way to remember. You know, if you set a bunch of little mini goals, like, oh, I want to work out like 30 minutes this day and I only have time on Tuesdays, or whatever your situation is, like, writing it down helps you stay focused. And then when you go back to look, like when we reach the first quarter and you go back to look at your notes and you're like, oh my God, I forgot that this was something I wanted to do. This was like this little aspect in here. And so it just helps. So, but you don't have to. I mean, by all means, go with the flow. Like, we're talking water energy here. Go with the flow, like I always say on my channel. So yeah, but just refocusing, readjusting if you need to, but just keeping your eye on the prize, baby, keeping your eyes on the goal, on all of your goals. And then we get to the full moon. So once we get to the full moon, we are like, heck yeah, harvesting, we're celebrating. The full moon energies in general can be a very emotional time. Senses are heightened, even for people that aren't very like sensitive or like in touch with all, you know, whatever you want to call it. They will have heightened senses too, and they will actually feel more sensitive to energies and things like that. Even if they're not even into that kind of thing, you will notice that they pick up on things more around the full moon. So yeah, everything is heightened. We're celebrating, we're harvesting. We're like, look at all this good work. I did good, yay. Full moon, I've said this in a few of my videos as well. I love doing beauty rituals on the full moon, making my beauty products, everything I put in my apothecary, which I just got a bunch of new stuff. So I'm going to upload that probably tomorrow, the next day, and get that popping for you guys. HippyChickApothecary, if you haven't seen it yet. I just started it, I'm growing it, so don't judge me on the status. But anyway, everything is all organic. That's how I roll, baby. And so basically, I love to make my products on the full moon because, in my opinion, and as science goes, the moon is at its full potential when it is full, right? That's 100% of the moon that we actually see. And so when that happens, and the moon being related to femininity, and to water energy, which is a very beautiful energy, I equate that to your beauty is at its full potential. So when you are making beauty products or doing goddess baths or doing any kind of beauty ritual or even just setting the intention for things related to beauty, it is going to manifest that much more. And also because the energies are so heightened on the full moon. The only time that I don't do this is if we are experiencing a lunar or solar eclipse. This only happens once every 6 months, twice a year. So that energy is just too intense to carry through. So I wouldn't want to make beauty products. Still taking a goddess bath on that on like eclipse days or nights is okay, I think. I mean, do whatever makes you happy, honestly, but I do not make beauty products or charge my gemstones or anything like that on eclipse days. But otherwise, yeah, on the full moon, definitely like a great time to focus on beauty. Men, you too, self-care is like super in right now, and y'all could be doing rose water and all that too and not look whatever in front of your friends if you are self-conscious about that. So anyway, so yeah, but also one thing you want to do, so if you are still like, okay, I'm happy with my progress, but I was hoping this would have happened or that would have happened when we're at the full moon. So what you want to do is in, like, I would say like 4 days to a week after we have the full moon. So once we're heading from the waning gibbous, where it's like almost full, and we're headed to where it's like it looks like a half moon. That's our third quarter, right after the full moon. So, and if you download the app, like, this will make it a lot easier for you, because there's a lot of names, and I understand the terminology is a little much when you're like just learning. So, but it's simple. If I can learn it, you guys can learn it. But anyway, so when the moon is decreasing in size, like at least 4 days after the full moon, you guys, you want to be letting go of self-limiting beliefs, negative belief systems, negative thinking in general, any restrictions that might actually be like literal restrictions in your life, and then the figurative restrictions, the things that we tell ourselves, the self-doubt, all of that. Just be conscious of that. And what you can do is, if you still have these goals that you want to reach and you didn't reach them by the full moon, you can still reach them by the next new moon most of the time. So what I will do is write on a piece of paper everything that I believe is holding me back, anything that comes to mind that is like restricting me from getting to this goal, even if it's just belief systems. I release all negative belief systems, and that alone is incredibly powerful. Like, that alone. So, but whatever you want to write down, anything you want to release, anything you want to let go of, write it down and then burn that sucker. Like, straight up, like, I like to do, especially with things like that, like, be symbolic with it. Like, you don't want to throw it in the trash. Like, yeah, I mean, I get it. And like, some people do, like, where they like will throw things in the toilet or wipe their ass with it. Like, if you want to get extra, get extra. But I don't really be doing all that. I just burn it, and baby, that's like symbolic to the universe. Let like, burn it outside, you guys. Like, don't set your house on fire. But I have heard peeing on people's names is really effective. Like I said, I don't do spell work on actual people. I don't. I never have. I don't probably plan on it. I just don't like associating with the karma that comes with that. By all means, if you guys want to do that, do that. I know people that do it, and they've had super success with it. I'm not hating. I'm not judging. I'm just saying I don't. Just to be clear. But anyway, that is a thing. But maybe one day I'll have like one of my like people I know like be a guest speaker and speak on like that type of stuff on my channel, because like I think it's super interesting. Like I said, I don't do it myself, but I find it incredibly interesting, and I'm sure you guys would too. So that's something I'll think about for the future. But anyhow, so yeah, burn it outside, release the ashes into the air, you know, just, yeah, like, be symbolic with it. Like, I'm letting this go. Like, it's like if you're breaking up with your partner and they have their stuff at your house, and it's like a bad breakup, and you're like, yeah, your clothes, I'm gonna have a bonfire out back later, and I'm gonna give the rest of it to the homeless. Like, give it away, whatever. Like, I don't know, whatever makes you happy, but I think we've all been there a time or two. Confirmation from the universe. But yeah, so double confirmation. So yeah, when the moon is decreasing in size after the full moon, we're letting go of everything. And so release. And even if you reached all your goals, which bravo, you are a master manifester, and you are super focused and motivated. That's a beautiful thing, and that's not easy to do. So congratulations, you rock. So even if you did reach all of your goals on the full moon, you can still happily release anything negative or anything that you want to release. Or also too, if you guys have habits or addictions that you want to let go of, great time to do that is between the full moon and the next new moon, when the moon is getting smaller. Your habit is getting smaller. Quitting smoking, whatever it is, for whatever you guys do out there. Yeah, and I'll do another separate video on like the super moons, the blood moons, blue moons, because that's like a whole different thing. And I like to keep my videos like relatively short so you guys can just pop in, watch it, boom, move on with your day, you know. So I promise I will do another video sometime soon about all of those, because that's really cool stuff too. And you can manifest some wild shenanigans with those energies, because they're more rare. They only happen every so often, so it's more rare energy to be working with. So it's good stuff. But anyway, thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.